chosen one. You didn't stumble on this message. Heaven scheduled it. You are not here by coincidence. You are here by divine appointment. The very fact that your spirit was drawn to this moment is proof that something supernatural is about to shift in your favor. The warfare that's been raging around your finances, your influence, your name, it wasn't random. It was a hidden attack designed to drain your destiny before the divine transfer could reach you. But God says, "Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it?" Chosen one, you've reached the edge of a supernatural exchange. What was stolen is about to be restored sevenfold. The same systems that tried to silence you will now testify of your breakthrough. The storm you survived wasn't meant to destroy you. It was meant to reveal you. You've been tested, refined, and positioned for divine release. Anointed one, this is the hour. Heaven remembers your name. What's coming is not a paycheck. It's a transfer of power, influence, and kingdom wealth. Breathe deep. You are standing in the atmosphere of divine reversal. Chosen one, you are not here by mistake. You were summoned into this moment by divine order. Heaven has been whispering your name in rooms you cannot yet see, preparing a supernatural transfer that only your obedience could unlock. This isn't just a message, it's a confirmation. You have exposed something dark, something ancient, something that has kept millions under a silent spell. But heaven says tonight, the chains that controlled the masses through deception are breaking because of your stand. You didn't just reveal a lie, chosen one. You became heaven's lightning strike through a cloud of confusion. When you refused to bow, you didn't just free yourself. You set a spiritual frequency loose that is still echoing across nations. That's why you feel it in your spirit right now. The pull, the pressure, the holy fire stirring in your chest. It's because heaven is shifting the balance sheets. What the enemy meant for control, God is converting into currency. What was stolen from your bloodline is being restored through you. I've lived through that shift myself. I know what it's like to watch everything crumble, finances dry up, opportunities close, doors slam that used to open easily. But now I understand. Heaven wasn't denying me. It was detoxing me. Every delay, every loss, every betrayal was breaking my attachment to counterfeit systems. The world's economy had to collapse around me so heaven's economy could rise within me. And that's what's happening to you, anointed one. The collapse around you is proof that your divine transfer is near. Let this settle in your soul. You have been fighting invisible wars with visible symptoms. The heaviness you've been carrying wasn't weakness. It was resistance from powers that knew your awakening would shift the world's balance of influence. The moment you saw through their illusion, the machinery began to crumble. It wasn't just psychological, it was spiritual warfare at its highest level. Chosen one, when heaven selects someone to expose darkness, that person doesn't walk away empty-handed. The reward for revelation is restoration. The reward for obedience is overflow. The enemy's systems may have drained you, emotionally, financially, even spiritually, but God never lets his soldiers walk away unrewarded. This is why the transfer is coming not as charity, but as justice. The prophetic word over your life right now is simple but weighty. You were chosen to uncover the counterfeit so heaven could release the authentic. You were not made to chase provision. Provision is made to chase you. You were never meant to labor endlessly in the world's system. You were meant to operate in heaven's rhythm. And the moment you expose that hidden attack, that manipulation, that draining of the collective spirit, You triggered a divine inversion. What was once beneath you is about to rise and serve you. When the Spirit of truth moves through a chosen vessel, systems tremble, industries lose their grip, people wake up, and when people wake up, power changes hands. That's what you've ignited, a power transfer that began in the unseen and is now about to manifest in your life in the physical realm. I'm not just talking about wealth as money. I'm talking about divine placement, influence, visibility, and favor that cannot be manufactured or manipulated. Anointed One, your obedience was the currency, your endurance was the deposit, and heaven is about to pay out the interest in ways that will shake both natural and spiritual systems. Don't mistake the silence right now as inactivity, it's gestation. The miracle is forming, and when it breaks through, even those who opposed you will have to acknowledge, surely the hand of God was on this one. Take a breath. Feel this truth settle into your bones. You are stepping into divine repayment. Every tear you've cried was an investment. Every rejection was redirection. Every battle was the down payment for your crown. Now, chosen one, let's go deeper. Because what's being transferred to you is not just wealth, it's authority. The same authority that dethroned deception in the unseen is now positioning you for dominion in the seen. Chosen one, do you feel it? That stirring in your spirit, that quiet electricity in the atmosphere, that's heaven confirming. You've shifted dimensions. You're no longer fighting the same battles. You've crossed into a new territory, one where divine favor is not requested, it's recognized. You are not begging heaven for a breakthrough. Heaven is responding to your alignment. When you exposed that hidden attack, you didn't just break a chain. You broke a cycle. You cut off a flow of spiritual energy that had been siphoning the faith, creativity, and wealth of entire generations. The deception that blinded millions was thriving because the truth was silent until you spoke. When you confronted that darkness, even the unseen realms adjusted their posture. Angels were reassigned. Systems were reordered. The ripple hit every layer of existence. You may have thought you were just standing for yourself, but heaven says you stood for nations. You became a gate, a portal for divine light to flow through the confusion of this age. And because of that, the flow of resources is changing hands. The same way Joseph's obedience preserved nations during famine, your obedience is positioning you to steward abundance in a time of collapse. You didn't just expose evil, you unlocked access. Anointed One, there's something sacred you must understand. The enemy didn't attack you because you were weak. He attacked you because you were wealthy, spiritually first, and soon, materially. You've been carrying blueprints from heaven, divine ideas, and creative seeds that are meant to build the next era. And the enemy tried to silence that brilliance before it could birth fruit. But it's too late now. The contractions have already begun. The birth is inevitable. I remember the moment God whispered to me, "I had to let you lose it all so you'd know who your source truly is." I thought I was being punished. I thought the delays were proof I was forgotten. But they were the training ground for management. Heaven doesn't release wealth to the unready. It entrusts wealth to those who have proven they won't idolize it. That's what you've been enduring, the refinement that precedes divine responsibility. Chosen One, the spiritual transfer that's coming to you is not random, it's relational. Heaven rewards trust with territory. Every time you chose integrity over compromise, every time you stayed silent when slander rose, every time you forgave when vengeance was easier, heaven was taking notes. Now, Those notes are turning into open doors. You're about to see sudden favor that won't make logical sense. Emails that find you. Opportunities that come without explanation. Money that shows up where there used to be lack. And when it happens, don't question it. Recognize it. Because this is not luck. It's justice. You've been underpaid by men, but heaven has been keeping a separate ledger. The balance is due. And listen closely. This divine transfer is not just about your elevation. It's about your assignment. God is repositioning you to influence industries that have long been corrupted by greed, manipulation, and deception. You're being placed as a reformer in the midst of ruins. You won't blend in. You'll redefine the atmosphere. Chosen one, you've been through enough loss to understand value, enough silence to appreciate sound, and enough darkness to respect light. That's why you've been chosen to steward what others mishandled. You're not just receiving wealth, you're inheriting wisdom. The kind of wisdom that multiplies miracles, that sustains empires of purpose, that raises others out of bondage. I know it's hard to believe when the evidence hasn't caught up yet, but that's how faith works. It manifests before it materializes. The same God who caused a raven to feed Elijah in famine is already aligning divine provision with your name on it. Expect the unexpected, because the supernatural has already been scheduled on your calendar. Chosen one, lift your head. You are not waiting on heaven. Heaven has been waiting on you. Now, let's go deeper, because what's coming next is not just about what you'll receive, it's about what you'll carry. Chosen one, heaven didn't raise you just to survive the storm, it raised you to command it. You were never meant to blend into the system, you were meant to expose it, cleanse it, and rebuild it with divine blueprints written on your spirit long before you were born. You didn't stumble into this battle, you were assigned to it. This is why your awakening shook things that others couldn't even feel. You didn't just awaken for yourself, you triggered a global recalibration. The hidden attack that you exposed was spiritual in nature, a coordinated energy drain designed to rob humanity of creativity, conviction, and clarity. And heaven chose you as the breach in that system. When you said no more, the entire frequency of that deception began to collapse. You've probably wondered why your presence agitates some people, why your silence speaks louder than their shouting, why you can walk into a room and the atmosphere shifts. It's not arrogance, it's assignment. You carry divine voltage, your heaven's reminder to the earth that truth still breathes and power still belongs to the righteous. Anointed one, let me be real with you. There was a time when I didn't understand the weight of what I carried either. I thought it was just sensitivity, emotions that ran too deep, empathy that felt like exhaustion. But the Spirit showed me what felt like burden was actually intercession. I was feeling the warfare of others, carrying loads meant to be transformed, not absorbed. That's why chosen ones are often misunderstood, because they're not reacting to the visible, they're responding to the invisible. And here's what you must know. Heaven always balances revelation with reward. Every truth you've carried alone in tears is about to manifest in tangible form. Every time you kept silent instead of defending yourself, heaven recorded it as a seed sown in the soil of obedience. And now, the harvest has matured. The same people who ignored you will witness your elevation. The same systems that resisted you will make room for you. You didn't expose that attack for fame. You did it because your spirit couldn't tolerate deceit any longer. And heaven took notice. There are rewards that don't come through prayer or fasting, But through courage, you showed heaven that you could be trusted with truth, even when truth came with warfare. And now, God is trusting you with territory. Chosen one. A supernatural wealth transfer is never just about money. It's about movement. Divine influence shifting from the hands of the deceivers to the hands of the restorers. You are one of those restorers. You will rebuild systems the enemy corrupted, in business, in art, in technology, in leadership, in spirit. You will not compete, you will create. You will not chase opportunities. Opportunities will orbit you. Because heaven is aligning your frequency with divine function. You're entering a season where obedience will feel like acceleration. You won't need to strive, you'll simply flow. Every no that heaven gives you will protect you from counterfeit blessings. Every delay will be revealed as divine direction, and every loss will turn out to be a setup for inheritance. Let this settle in your soul. Your struggle was not punishment, it was preparation. The crushing was necessary because the oil you carry is not common. The warfare was intense because the calling is historic. You weren't called to fit in, you were called to shift eras. So when it feels heavy, remember this. Diamonds are never formed in comfort, they are created in pressure. That's why heaven trusted you with weight others couldn't carry. You've been refined for realms that can't be reached by the unbroken. Chosen one. You are the evidence that light can live through fire and not burn out. That truth can walk through manipulation and not lose its purity. That favor can emerge from famine. That purpose can bloom in pain. And this is where your testimony turns into your transfer. Chosen one. You didn't come this far just to survive. You came to reign. You are entering the phase where everything that once drained you will begin to serve you. What once mocked your faith will soon fund your purpose. The warfare was never just about resistance, it was about recognition. Heaven was marking you publicly after preparing you privately. You see, anointed one, there are two kinds of power. The kind that's taken by force and the kind that's transferred by favor. What's happening to you right now is the second. It's not manipulation, it's mantle. The same systems that tried to limit you are about to become the very instruments heaven uses to elevate you. That's why everything suddenly feels unstable, because old foundations are cracking under the weight of your new assignment. There was a time I begged God to stabilize my life. I wanted security, predictability, peace. But He told me, you can't build the new on top of the old. So He shook what wasn't eternal. He stripped what wasn't rooted in Him. It felt like loss, but it was actually reconstruction. I was being repositioned for divine management. And that's exactly what's happening in your story, chosen one. You weren't losing ground, you were being upgraded to higher ground. Heaven is restructuring your life for capacity. You've been faithful with little, and now you're about to be trusted with much. Don't be surprised when the unfamiliar starts calling your name. New circles, new platforms, new provision. These aren't random blessings, they are divine placements. What once intimidated you will now invite you. What once ignored you will now pursue you. And I need you to hear this with your spirit. You are not being blessed for entertainment. You are being resourced for assignment. Heaven doesn't waste power. When God pours out abundance, it's because He intends for you to build something eternal. You're not being promoted to prove your worth. You're being elevated to reveal His glory. Chosen one, this transfer coming your way carries purpose. It's not just finances, it's flow. Heaven is about to finance your obedience. Every dream that once felt too big, every vision you kept tucked in prayer journals, every idea you thought you couldn't afford, heaven is now saying, release it. The resources are catching up to your revelation. And yes, the opposition will increase, because the same darkness you exposed is terrified of what you're about to build. But here's the truth. You are no longer fighting from defense. You are operating from dominion. The enemy can't steal what's already been sealed in your favor. Every spiritual contract written against you is being torn in the spirit even now. The gates that were locked are swinging open, not because you knocked, but because heaven declared your name with authority. I've seen this before. Moments where God moves so suddenly that people mistake it for coincidence. But you'll know it's Him because peace will precede it. Opportunities will find you without striving. Provision will appear where logic says it shouldn't exist. You'll walk into rooms that your resume couldn't qualify you for, and still, heaven will say, sit. This seat was reserved. Anointed one, the era of obscurity is closing. You've passed the tests, the silence, the betrayal, the stretching. And now, the spotlight of destiny is turning in your direction, not to make you famous, but to make God visible through you. So walk boldly. Heaven is counting on your courage. The same spirit that exposed the lie will empower you to lead the restoration. This is not the end of the battle, it's the beginning of your reign. Chosen one, this is the moment heaven's been preparing you for, the crossing point. You are no longer standing at the edge of promise, you are stepping into it. The tests were never about punishment. They were proof that your hands could hold what heaven was about to place there. Every sleepless night, every season of silence, every unanswered prayer, it all converged to bring you here. You've broken through the illusion of limitation. You've outlived the lies that said you'd never rise. And now the transfer begins, not as an idea, but as manifestation. The spiritual realm has already released it. The wealth, the favor, the influence, the opportunity, it's already been decreed with your name written in light. You're not chasing it anymore. It's locating you. Anointed one, don't mistake this next phase for chance. This is not a coincidence. It's covenant. The same God who lifted Joseph from the pit to the palace is doing the same with you. Not to display luxury, but to demonstrate lordship. Heaven is trusting you with resources that carry responsibility. The abundance you're about to receive will not end with you. It will flow through you. There's a reason the warfare around your finances was so relentless, because the enemy knows that once you're free, everyone connected to you will taste freedom too. You are not being blessed to boast. You are being anointed to distribute heaven's justice. You will be the evidence that divine compensation is real. Every loss you endured was an investment. Heaven is now returning with interest, and I want to speak this over you prophetically. Divine partnerships are forming even now. People with resources are being drawn to your purpose, not because of who you know, but because of what you carry. You will no longer have to chase connections. Destiny will connect itself to your name. Contracts, collaborations, creative visions, all aligning to serve your calling. It will feel sudden, but it's actually divine timing, finally catching up to your faith. Chosen one, I know you've been weary. I know the waiting felt endless. But listen, heaven delays only to prepare the vessel. You had to become what you were praying for. You had to grow into the capacity of your own prophecy. That's why the blessing didn't come sooner, because God wasn't building your wealth first, He was building you. And now, the stage is set. The lights are shifting. The old system is collapsing, while your anointing rises through the cracks. You will lead not by influence, but by frequency. Your peace will preach louder than panic. Your wisdom will restore balance where greed once ruled, and your obedience will echo as worship in the corridors of heaven. When this transfer manifests, remember, it's not about possession, it's about purpose. Every seed heaven releases to you is sacred. Every open door is an altar. Use it to build. Use it to heal. Use it to restore. Because this is not just a promotion, it's a placement. You've been stationed in this generation to redirect wealth, power, and light back to divine order. Chosen one, your rise will not be quiet. The same way your warfare was public, so will your victory be visible. Those who mocked your stillness will marvel at your movement. Those who doubted your word will witness your results. You are heaven's headline now, a living prophecy in motion. So breathe, anointed one. The old world is falling, but you are rising with the new. The storm you survived has crowned you. The ashes you stood in have become your altar. And the voice that once whispered, "You won't make it," will soon tremble as heaven declares, "It is done." The wealth is shifting. The gates are open. The chosen one has arrived. Chosen one. As this message comes to a close, let your spirit rest in this truth. The transfer has already begun. What you felt stirring while you listened wasn't emotion, it was confirmation. Heaven is moving on your behalf right now. The very systems that once resisted you are bowing in unseen places. The doors that were sealed shut are unlocking quietly, one by one. You are standing in your Kairos moment, the divine intersection where purpose meets promise. Anointed one, the shaking you've endured was never meant to break you, it was meant to position you. Every delay refined your discernment, every loss purified your hands. And now, the same power that exposed deception through you will establish dominion around you. The shift is not coming, it's here. So lift your head, breathe deep, and remember, this is the hour of release. The oil on your life is increasing. The favor attached to your name is multiplying. You will no longer chase what heaven has already assigned to your destiny. It is finding you, it is following you, it is filling you. Chosen one, remain faithful. Stay sensitive to the flow of the Spirit. Gratitude is your currency in this new realm. Thank Him now for what is already unfolding. If this word confirmed what your spirit already knew, leave a word below as your amen to heaven. Subscribe, not just to a channel but to a movement, a divine uprising of light bearers reclaiming what was stolen. Go in peace, anointed one. The transfer is sealed. Your time is now.